Hi everyone, I'm Coach Elise and welcome to the Circus Playbook. Happy New Year, first of all. I just wanted to say that and get you in the right frame of mind to really attack 2026, making sure that it's your year for results. There's many things you can do. First of all, you need to start with a life audit. Sit down with a pen and paper and really think about things that are bothering you. Turn your phone off, turn all distractions off, and just sit there and think. You might not even know what's bothering you, but just let things come to you. And then you can really see what area of your life might be affecting you in some way. Maybe it's your confidence. Maybe it's your current work situation. Maybe it's that you're not feeling fulfilled artistically, or you're not performing in the sort of shows that you'd like to be performing in. It could be an injury or something that you're dealing with. Really think about everything, write it down, and then when everything's clear in front of you, you can really start to create a plan of attack to help get yourself back on track. We'll start with injuries because they happen and it's a very big part of being a circus artist, unfortunately. But if you're injured, and we've all been there, and so first of all, make sure you're seeing a physio, someone that can treat you properly, that they're giving you the exercises you need to do for your rehab, that you're doing them religiously. And then I want you to think about actually creating a plan for yourself to stay on track with the other elements that you can still work on in your training. For example, if you've got a leg injury, you can still do upper body. And as boring as that might be, you can go to a gym, use machines so you don't have to do any lifting of heavy barbells or dumbbells off the floor. Use machines and keep your upper body strength there, work on all your cross training. If it's a shoulder thing, you can do legs. You can work on flexibility, mobility. Again, things you might not necessarily want to work on, but it will really help you not only stay on track, it will make your transition back into performing and back into training full-time much easier. So it's really important that you try to stay on it. Don't go off the rails and just get depressed, binge, watch TV. I mean, you might do a bit of those things as well, but really try and not let it overtake you, because also when you get into a really sort of depressed state and you're not in a good zone, it does take longer to recover from these injuries. You're probably not eating as well as you should be, maybe eating a lot of rubbish. So really try and control the things that you can control. Eat well, nutritious meals, protein, vegetables, fruit, drink a lot of water. I'm always drinking water. Make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you're keeping your mind healthy. And there's a lot of things you can actually do to keep your mind healthy, especially not only when you're injured, but in general. But it's a good time to really focus on other things because again, it's easy to go into a downward spiraling depression. But if you can try and channel your mind and your focus onto something else and find productivity and another outlet for your creativity, you'll be surprised at what you can actually achieve, what you can get done during this time. There's no point in just being depressed for a few months. It's not going to make you recover faster. Like I said, it'll probably make it take longer. But what will make you recover faster, and not only that, it will set up, help you with other areas of your life, will be using your mind in a different way. First of all, artists are obviously very artistic, creative people. So you need a creative outlet. And it could be learning a new instrument, learning a new language, studying something. And even if you're like, I don't have any other interests other than circus, I don't know what else to study, nothing else interests me, you need to find other interests. You will find them. I used to be like that. I used to think nothing else mattered, just circus. But that's not the case at all. And I mean, sometimes you need to realize that with time. But if you actually explore things and try and do new things, you will start to get good at something else and you'll start to enjoy it. And it might not be the same level of obsession that you have towards training and performing, but it might be something that you're actually also really good at and can grow to love and can also make money off in the future. So you're not just pigeonholing yourself in one area, and then if for whatever reason you can't do that for a period of time, you're just completely depressed and feeling worthless. So start to think about what else you can work on, what else interests you, what else you'd like to try. So again, start with the creative things. It might even be arts and crafts. I don't know, painting, drawing, writing. There's many things. Then try and learn a new skill. It's super useful. It will help you in so many ways. It will develop your brain in another way. It will take the pressure off yourself because you won't think, this is all I have, this is all I'm good at. There are many things that you're good at. And I think circus artists in general often have very low self-esteem because they don't realize what they're actually capable of. I think circus artists in particular are very unique people because they're willing to pick a career that not only has constant rejection, constant, there's a lot of criticism, not just on yourself, by yourself, self-criticism, but also from other people watching, judging, even your peers and your coaches, in a nice way, hopefully, most of the time. But there's, not always just the nice sort of criticism. But you're really putting yourself out there. You're letting yourself be in that situation. You're physically doing things that can scratch you, make you bleed, bruise you. You're in pain, your muscles are sore. But you get up and you do it again the next day. And again and again. And you do jobs like shows in the winter, in a cold tent. I've done that. It's very freezing. And a lot of the people that I work with are also doing that, and it's very difficult. But there's that strength and determination to push through no matter what, no matter how you're feeling mentally and physically. You might be feeling awful, then you still have to get on stage in front of thousands of people. Again, most people wouldn't be able to do that. Circus artists can do that. So you have that unique ability to push. So imagine if you channel that into anything else in your life, you will be successful. It's the same principle. You just do something that you don't necessarily want to do, and you do it every day, and you're consistent with it, and you will see results. So if you start to approach life like that, whether you're injured or not, you will start to see amazing results in your studies, in your maybe another job that you have or another career or anything, and also in your circus career, because you know that you can push. You know that you will work harder and smarter than 90% of the population who will just cop out if it gets too hard. So remember that and let that give you a source of strength and encouragement that you can succeed no matter what you're doing, whether it's circus, something else, both. So don't let other people bring you down. Don't let yourself bring you down. And even if you're going through a rough patch, really try and use that to find other things that you can work on, other ways that you can grow as a person. And that will help you in life in general. So if you start to just even think like that in 2026, you're already way ahead of most people who will just go back to their old habits, do what's easy. It's easier to do nothing and watch TV and be sad. It's actually easier, even though it feels shit, excuse my language. It's easier. It is harder to get up out of bed if you're feeling depressed or injured or whatever. It is harder to get up, vacuum, shower, sit in front of your computer or get a pen and paper and plan and then work on something, anything. So really starting to approach your life like that in 2026 will immediately give you a kickstart. Secondly, I want you to really think about your confidence as a person and as a performer, because often you might find the most extroverted people, they seem so confident, but actually they're quite insecure. And that overt confidence that you see might just be a mask. And that's fine in the sense that at least they're putting themselves out there and they're pushing. And a lot of performers are actually like that. But it's also really important to find, obviously, your external confidence. You want to be confident on stage. You want to have conviction with whatever character you're portraying when you're performing, whether you're in an audition. You want to go out there and you want to show them you. You want to do it with confidence. Even if you're feeling terrified, you want to be confident with it. But you also need to work on your internal confidence, because that little negative voice can really bring you down. It can almost psych you out at important, auditions or whenever, and it can slow down your progress in general, not just with your training, but also in life. So it's really important to find your inner confidence. And again, people are like, how do I do that? But I'm just not that good, or I don't think I'm ever going to be good enough to succeed in this industry. But you need to overcome those limiting beliefs, because they will bring you down. And deep down, they probably come from someone saying something to you, or, it could have even been someone really close to you saying something that, and it's just stuck in your mind there, and it's stuck. You've kind of kept that within you, even though you think, I'm going to show them, I'm going to prove them wrong. Deep down, you're still feeling it. You're still feeling like you're not good enough. So you really need to start to work on yourself, as difficult as that may be, because when you start to find confidence within yourself and not need validation from other people, things will work better for you. Opportunities will actually open up to you. You won't be so scared and terrified that you're going to make a mistake or disappoint or not be good enough, because you're like, I'm just doing my best and that's it. That's all I can do. And there's a sense of peace in that. You're doing your best. So remember that you're doing your best. Confidence will come by many things, and you can really actually strengthen your confidence with these exercises that I like to do. First of all, try and be a good person to other people. Go out of your way to help other people. It will make you feel good. You will feel good, even if it's giving to charity, just doing something nice for someone, giving people a compliment, even a little thing like that, and seeing how happy they are that they've received a compliment. You'll feel better. You'll feel good that you've actually given them a boost that day, because you don't know what someone's going through. Someone might be having the worst day ever, and you don't even know that. You don't know what they're going through, and then you saying something nice or doing a kind gesture towards them completely changes their day. Completely could change their whole outlook on everything. You don't know what they were about to do, potentially. And your little kind gesture could go way further than you even realize. So one, start to do that, because you'll immediately feel like, you'll feel good. You'll feel like, wow, I feel really good. And you'll find a sense of purpose in that as well. You'll rediscover yourself. You can still be just as passionate, just as obsessed with your training and your career, and also find another passion to help other people, to help inspire other people. You'll feel better. And then, ironically, the more you give, the more things will just work out better for you. Like I said, opportunities, things will come up. So try and get on a good frequency. Immediately, your confidence will improve. Number two, another good boost for a confidence elevator is to really find self-discipline. And I don't mean just the discipline to go in and train and do things, working really hard. Technically, it's not necessarily a discipline factor if it's something you really love to do. Discipline is doing something that you don't want to do over and over, even if you're not seeing immediate results, because you're thinking about the future, and eventually you will get results, and you're being disciplined and you're taking action towards something. So even just small steps and keeping those promises to yourself. So for example, get up straight away, get in the shower, do a tidy, make sure your room is clean, or your house. immediately you'll feel better no matter what. You just will. Even if you're sleep deprived and cranky, sick, whatever, you'll just feel better. Things will be in order. No one feels good if they're lying in a mess. And you can't be productive. Not as productive as you could be if things were organized. So start with that. That's a small confidence boost. Number two, within that confidence boost, write down things that you actually want to work on that day. Keep the list realistic. So for example, 3 things. I'm going to do 3 things today. Make sure you do them no matter what. Keep them attainable. Make sure they're things that you can get done, things that you might not want to do, but things that you will do that will benefit you. Once you go through these lists, the list of 3, start with 3, because if the list is too long, it just becomes overwhelming and you probably do none of it. 3 things, you tick them off as you go. You'll feel a sense of accomplishment. Yes, I did it. Next one, yes. Tax return, I don't know, whatever it is, something you don't really want to do, you're going to do it. Life audit, tick. Then you can really feel like, okay, I've accomplished them. I did these 3 things. I didn't want to do them. I wanted to just lie in bed and watch TV, but I got up, I cleaned, I showered, I did these 3 things. You will immediately feel more confident in yourself. You'll feel like, wow, getting my shit together. Growing up, like, it's not even necessarily a growing up thing, but it's about doing things that you might not necessarily want to do, making sure you get them done, because procrastinating will make them linger. You'll feel worse, and then you might want to go out and drink and just whatever to distract yourself from the fact that there's things that you haven't done. You don't want to do them, but you know they're there in the back of your mind, things that you need to do. So start working through this giant to-do list, but just do 3 things at a time every day. Keep a routine. You'll immediately start to feel better. Then start to eat healthier. That will make a big difference. Again, I say that, and it's not easy to do all the time. Sometimes you just don't even want to eat, chicken and vegetables. You would rather go and eat pizza or something like that. Again, it's good to have a treat, but try in general to eat better. You will feel better. You'll be getting the vitamins that you need. You'll be staying on track. Then also making sure, again, I say it all the time, drink water, drink a lot of water, at least 2 to 3 liters a day. Immediately you'll feel hydrated. You won't have the brain fog. You'll feel better. You'll feel more confident. Get enough sleep. It is so important. Try and get 8 hours or at least 7. Studies have shown you need at least 7 to not significantly shorten your life. And again, it can't always be helped, but there's a lot of time where it can be helped, and it's just that you're staying up late watching TV or doing something you don't necessarily really need to do, and then it's going to have a trigger-on effect the next day. You're going to be really tired, you're going to feel demotivated, you're not going to do things that you need to do for your career or your life in general, and then that will make you feel bad. You'll feel bad. You'll be like, oh God, I'm such a write-off today. I don't feel like doing anything. I'm really tired. So make it easier for yourself to stay motivated by making sure you're getting enough sleep, because it really will help. And really just getting on top of those. Then just sit down and write down a couple of your goals for that year. What are my goals? And then also write down your long-term goals. What do you actually want to achieve? Is it you want to be in a particular show or sorts of shows? And then what? Life doesn't end after that. Then what? What do you also want to achieve? Think about it. And don't just think about your career. Think about your whole life in general. Maybe you do want to get married and have children. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to have a circus school. Maybe you want to start your own show. Think about what you actually want. Maybe you want to do something completely different. It doesn't matter what it is, but think about it. Listen to your gut. And then you're going to have an idea. You're like, okay, well, maybe I want to do this for however many years, and then maybe I want to do this, or maybe I want this and this, and you can do both. You don't have to choose. You can have a career in circus and a career in something else at the same time if you're really productive with the way you set up your time and your training. You can get so much done. I was always multitasking, doing shows and studying law at the same time. Just things that I like to do. I like to study. And I feel good when I study. So I really recommend studying as a hobby, as dorky as that sounds. Studying as a hobby is great. It will also take the pressure off the one thing you're so focused and obsessed about. You will can't even speak today. You will channel that into something else. You'll get into a flow, that flow state that you get when you're training and you're in a zone, that amazing state. You can actually train yourself to get in that state with just meditation, but you can also access that state, getting into a flow, doing another thing that interests you. Might be studying, might be reading, might be writing, might be creating something, planning something. So start to explore these things, spend more time with yourself. Then you'll get a clear picture of where you are in 2026, in the beginning of 2026, where you want to be by the end of 2026. Then write down what steps you need to do to get there. Might make them realistic and be honest with yourself. Might be that you're not good enough in terms of there's gaps in what you need to actually work on. Maybe you need to work with a coach or someone with an external eye to yours that can see something that you're doing that's not working that you can't see necessarily. Or maybe it's you're going for a certain show and you're submitting acts of a completely different genre or level or whatever it is. Like, really think about it, plan, go, okay, so that's okay. I've got a weakness here. Maybe your lines aren't as nice as they should be. Okay, cool. I'm going to work on my lines. And I'm going to really focus on that, strengthening, keeping my knees straight, pointing my feet, strengthening that, working on different movement qualities, things like that. Really identify and not just with your career, but focus on all the things you actually want to get done. Focus on what you need to work on to get there, and be realistic about the timeline and be productive with it. And don't just forget about it after you've written it down. Write all of these things out and then think about an action plan that you can put into effect to make it happen so that you're getting results in 2026. Because again, a year goes by like this and you don't want to feel like you're not moving forward, because I think that's when most people feel really unhappy, is when they feel like they're not progressing, whether it's in their career, their personal life or whatever. If you don't feel like you're going forward, you're learning, you're growing, then you will be unhappy. So, and I'm a big believer in finding things that inspire you, that challenge you, that make you want to learn more, that make you want to grow more. That will keep you excited. That will keep you motivated. And you can find that within yourself, but also make sure you're doing things that are in line with what you actually want. That will also keep you inspired and motivated. If you're going on a tangent somewhere else, you won't be happy. So really think about what you want, if you're on the right path to get there, and if you're not, what you can do to get there. And if you do all of these things, you will grow as a person, you'll become more confident, and you'll see amazing results in your performance career and in your life in general. I hope that helps, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.